I'm Mark Hanrahan. Whitney is off tonight. A new lawsuit from Washington's largest school district against social media giants is drawing mixed reaction from mental health advocates and students. We first told you over the weekend that SPS is suing owners of platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, saying the apps are fueling the youth mental health crisis. The 92-page lawsuit claims the social media giants violated Washington's public nuisance law and intentionally contributed to the youth mental health crisis in the state. The lawsuit claims SPS and its more than 49,000 students have been directly impacted. But now some Seattle high schoolers are firing back at the district's lawsuit, targeting social media, saying this lawsuit is hiding the real issue, which is that they need more mental health counselors in schools.
We spoke up and we said, this is what we need. We need mental health counselors in every single school to address the mental health crisis. And right now, the district took that and said, okay, we're going to do a lawsuit against social media companies. That's not what we asked for. We asked for mental health counselors.
Meantime, Google and Meta have both released statements saying they want teens to be safe online, block specific content, and to send notifications encouraging them to take regular breaks. In our commitment to bringing you more to every story, we asked Spokane Public Schools, the state's second largest district, what they are doing to support students' mental health in and beyond the classroom. KREM 2's Janelle Finch joining us live in the studio tonight with their answer. Janelle?
Mark, today I sat down with Spokane Public Schools Director of Behavioral Health Services to talk about how the district is addressing mental health concerns. Dave Crump tells me social media and other factors can contribute to a student's mental health, which can have an impact on academic performance and self-confidence. Crump says not all social media usage is bad. Following the pandemic, social media has been an easy channel to stay connected with others. But the good of social media doesn't overshadow its challenges. Crump says he has seen students more anxious, more concerned with their number of followers, and more focused on their appearances. He says there's over 100 counselors in the district, but setting students up for success can also happen at home. Crump says parents can help their students establish healthy boundaries with technology.
It may not be always popular by saying, hey, let's put the phone up at 10 o'clock or so, whatever it might be. And then have time to sit down and talk about what are you seeing, what are you hearing, what are you interpreting as, what's appropriate, what's normal. And we do find that often our children struggle with what is, quote, normal or acceptable.
Crump says social media can distort what kids and teens understand as normal. That's why he says it's important for parents to talk to their children about the media they consume. He says being open about mental health challenges at home can help parents understand how they can best support their students. It's hard to say if we'll ever live in a world without social media, but we can work to find ways to be in control of our technology rather than let it be in control of us. In the studio, Janelle Finch, KREM 2 News.
Janelle, thank you very much. All right, check it out. The Washington State Patrol posted pictures of this jaw-dropping crash on I-90 in Spokane last night. The driver, who identified as an impaired 23-year-old, lost control of his car and crashed into a fence near the Altamont Street exit. WSP said amazingly no one was hurt, but it could have very easily had a deadly outcome, they said. Well, the Spokane City Council agreed to pay a contractor $70,000. The reason? Theft, vandalism, and threats tied to nearby Camp Hope. Cameron Riley Concrete is the company that finished the Thorfraya reconstruction project. Riley says from day one they had issues with people from Camp Hope breaking into their locked storage yard, stealing items like batteries, solar panels, and damaging other construction equipment. A porta potty was also set on fire. In a unanimous vote last night, the City Council agreed to pay the $70,000 settlement to Cameron Riley to help them recoup some of those costs.
I think that both Cameron Riley completed their job as they said that they would, and I think the city is doing the right thing by paying them this extra money for some, impossible to foresee circumstances.
KREM 2 reached out to Riley for comment, but we have not yet heard back. All right, let's talk about the weather right now. The heavy fog blanketing the area this morning finally burned off, making way for some sunshine and blue skies. Let's get straight to Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo. And Jeremy, any chance we can hold on to this nicest weather for a while?
Mark, last night I actually said, there's no way we're going to see blue skies tomorrow.
Oh,
here we are.
Sorry about
that. No, it's one of those ones where I hope everybody enjoyed it because there is no way we're going to see it. No, but in all seriousness, Tomorrow, we definitely do get a little more cloud cover. Let's walk you through it. Right now, we are seeing some of those clouds already start to filter in. 35 degrees, though, so all in all, not a bad day. And believe it or not, 35 degrees is pretty close to what is considered average for this, the second week in January. I'm already looking forward to the weekend, but let's talk those temps. Next few days, we are on the rise, but tomorrow we'll see a couple of isolated spots of a wintry mix. Thursday, freezing drizzle, rain, and snow falls across the region. Then Friday, warmer and a few scattered showers are present as temperatures climb back into the mid-40s. Right now, those clouds are lifted in from the south. It's that southerly flow that's warming us up, but it's also bringing us another round of moisture. Early tomorrow starts down across the Palouse and Lewis and Clark Valley, but watch what happens by the middle of the day. One or two of those short range rapid refresh models are picking up on the possibility of a little bit of a wintry mix here in town and over in Coeur d'Alene and up over the mountains. Not overly widespread, moves in and out rather quickly. The real moisture, well, that starts the day on Thursday long before the sun comes up, and then temperatures are warm enough that a lot of what falls winds up being rain.
Sounds good, Jeremy. Thank you very much. Washington Governor Jay Inslee gave legislators a sales pitch at the state capitol today. Just hours ago, he used his State of the State address to sell his proposal to help the housing and homelessness crisis. Drew Mickelson found out what kind of support that idea has.
Because of the work of millions of Washingtonians, I can proudly report to you this: the state of our state is strong.
In his first in-person State of the State address since 2020, Governor Jay Inslee spent the most time trying to convince legislators to back his housing proposal. He says the millions the state has spent on those experiencing homelessness recently is not doing enough.
This is why I'm proposing a $4 billion referendum that will significantly speed up the construction of thousands of new units that will include shelters, supportive housing, and affordable housing. This will be combined with additional behavioral health support and substance use treatment and employment services and more.
It's not the worst suggestion that's come. Will we support it? I want to listen to testimony and go through the process on this.
Republicans say they're willing to listen, but they're also skeptical, saying the state needs to make it easier and cheaper for the private sector to build homes rather than just the state borrowing billions.
Just based on the math, his proposal doesn't work. It just doesn't. We have a shortage of somewhere between 250 and 300,000 homes in our state. He claims that with $4 billion over 6 years, he can build 20,000 homes. There's no evidence to say he can do it.
Towards the end of his address, the governor brought up two more controversial topics: banning the sale of so-called assault weapons and guaranteeing a woman's right to an abortion through a constitutional amendment. Those ideas got standing ovations from Democrats here in the House, but no Republicans applauded them. In Olympia, Drew Mickelson, KREM 2 News.